Hello, welcome to the next edition of the Wednesday special. Where I just play what I want to play. And a deck that really interested me, when Magic Aids played it, was the new deck with Hazoret and Ilharg, Boros. So I want to take it for a spin, see how competitive the list is, see if I want to play it through leagues on a stream, stuff like that. But I kind of want to get my wrenches in it, see if it's worth my time, and go from there. So the deck is built around Dejaro and Hazoret. Attack triggers, we try to get it at the brand new Itali or the Emrakul, the promised one. And we have Skrelv in here to protect it. We have Servant as a way to give it haste, ramp it into play. Ilharg also works quite well with the Tally and Emrakul, so we'll see how that actually works out. Otherwise, we got a lot of setup pieces that we can either one ritual, two, or we can, do Volcanic Spite, kill a creature, put a card to the bottom, try to dig for combo pieces, and continue. So I'm kind of interested to see how this deck plays out. If you guys like this kind of content, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and let's get into it. So as you can see, we have our 3 protection spells over here. We have basically our ramp rituals pieces with Vessel and Servant, Chain of the Rocks for removal with Spite, and then we have Bone Crusher, the mid-range piece that also acts as removal. And it's kind of weird because we can technically attack with Ilharg, put Giant down and hit him, bounce it, stomp. Kind of works out. So I kind of like that. It's little synergies. 22 lands seems pretty reasonable. We have 2 Chandras for control, 2 Deafening Clarions for aggro, 3 Rest in Peace for Greasefang Phoenix, 2 Hollowed Moonlights for creativity. We have 3 Volleys also for Greasefang or Mono White or Spirits. We have a Pithy Needle for mono green, Deafening Silence as a way to also hate on mono green when they try to combo off. Also is pretty good against Lotus Field. So that is our list we're going to be trying out today. Hopefully we do quite well, and let's get into it. Sacred Foundry, tapped, go. Hive of the Eye Tyrant, Oven, passes. Sacred Foundry. It's a world where I care about stomping. He just sacks it in response, so probably not. Just pass the turn. This looks like Sacrifice. Pretty sure he just doesn't have the red swords yet. Plays Cat and drains us. Bite. Play Mountain. We'll just run out of Bone Crusher. Go. Sacks the cat. Gets back the cat. There's the red source. Mayhem Devil. Passes. Like an Ilharg, that's not really what I'm looking for. So let's go ahead and Devil. Force him to cat now. Could just sack the Devil, I suppose, but... Alright, smacks the cat. Gets back the cat. Drains me. Honestly, it probably would have been correct to sack the the Devil. Hit ya. Pass the turn. You could have chomped here, and still you would be able to get back the cat post, damage. But you would have fizzled my card draw, which would have been good. Blood Type Harvester. Sure. Goes to combat. I'm assuming hits me with the kitty cat. Sure. Down to 14. Passes. Well, that's an awkward time to draw that. Ilharg. Smack you for 4. He might offer a trade here. Nope, just takes it. Pass the turn. Sacks the cat. Gets back the cat. We will be putting a lot of pressure if he doesn't kill this Ilharg, though. Eaton's alive my Ilharg. Yes, put it 3 from the top. Hits me for 3. Take it down to 10. Plays a Blood Crypt tapped. Gets Jengatha in hand. Bone Crusher. We'll play Servant. Now the question here is, how do I want to play this turn? If I try to stomp, he's just going to sack it. So I think I just go ahead and go to combat and attack with the Giant. You just pass. He does not sack the Harvester. He can turn on a Hive if he wants. Goes to combat. Swings out. Take it down to 7. Another cat. Passing. This is Stomp Base. Untap. That's interesting. Hazoret. Go to combat. Hit you with Hazoret. Okay, maybe I should attack with the Giant since this has Vigilance. We'll get Ilharg. I gotta block with cat, sack cat, cast Ilharg. So we just need to survive 1 turn. We have enough blockers for a Hive. So pass. Here comes the cat. Here comes the drain. We're at 5. Mayhem Devil beats me, I'm pretty sure. But otherwise, we should be able to get this Emmy down with Ilharg. Eaten alive. Okay. Goes to combat. passes. We'll go ahead and cast Bone Crusher. Play a Bone Crusher. Go to combat. Smack face with everything. Put Emrakul down. I mean, this is some chunky boys right here. You need a flyer that can get through this Flample. But then that's Flample, so who cares? This deck might be pretty decent. Good job, Magic Aids. It's a pretty sweet deck. All right, he scoops up. Okay. So we bring in Rest in Peace. You can go down probably Bone Crusher because they're awkward. Go down Bone Crusher, up Deafening Clarions, and Chain to the Rocks. Go down. Moonlight, down Chain. Maybe Pithy Needle, down Chain. Not like that. This Needle hates on Oven. So, Cat, sure. Passes. Tally. Play Mountain, go. Urborg, Oven. A second Oven. Wow. Hits me. Yeah, seems great. Elharg. So I think I drop down the Vessel. Pass the turn. Drains me a bunch. Goes to combat. Hits me. I would love a white source off the top. Would be ideal. Another cat. Nope, we draw a white card. Pass the turn. We need lands. Gets back the cat. Sacks the cat. Back a cat. Kill the other cat. Put Emrakul to the bottom. Another mountain. So that at least makes it where he only has one cat. Hits me. Sure. Plays a hive. Passes. Finally, we find a white source. I think we just Rest in Peace. And we just pass the turn. It's going to drain us a little bit here because he's running out of things he possibly can do. But yeah, and he's not really in the colors to deal with enchantments. Goes to combat. Smacks my face. So now we get to 1, 2, 3, 4. We might be able to do something good here. I don't necessarily know if we can get to a tally this turn. Play it and crack it the same turn. It's just breaking even. So I think I crack the Vessel. Play Elharg. Pass the turn. He might have it eaten alive. Gets rid of a Fatal Push. Uses a blood token. Oh, right. Village Rites. Draws a couple cards. Trying to find an answer here. He has no more cats, so that's good. He does have a Harvester, but he can't sack it because there's no blood tokens. And then once we attack, we'll start a tally, which would be pretty powerful here. Ruins. So he's probably going to activate the hive here. Seems like the best move. Just to get in an attack. Fable the Mirror Breaker. That's not that big of a deal. So yeah, that's good. Eaten alive. Yeah, we'll that back. Goes to combat. Smacks my face. Sure, down to 5. I just need a land, please. That's a land. Play Vessel. Play a tap land. Pass the turn. I guess he still wins by, yeah, either one of those. Yeah, we were just one turn too slow. I thought maybe we could come back and stabilize, but next time we just won't get stuck on lands and we'll win. Actually, his only path is the hive, right? Because this, he needs double red and he only has a single red pathway. So he has to turn on the hive and attack for 6. I better not auto yield because he might think I got nothing. I don't know. I'm going to go ahead and Moonlight just because, even though it pretty much means it's over with. I don't think that stops. Yeah, sure. Run it back. Vantage. Might. Go. Hive. Cat. Drains me. Pathway on white. Rest in Peace. Hit ya. I can care less. If you make this swap, I have another Might. And I'm probably going to Deafening Clarion at some point. Alright, takes a poison. Cliffs. Another cat. Oven. Hits me. Sure. We untap. Vantage. Play the Vantage. Go to combat. Smack you. We'll just do both modes. Clean up the board. Another Oven. Passes. We play a tap land. We play Skrelv. And why not? We have another Rest in Peace. Pass the turn. Urborg. Alright, takes it. It's going to hit me. Sack it. 10 step. That's reasonable. I don't know why you kept that card against me, but sure. We just pass the turn. We can't cast our card. He eventually can start hitting me down with a hive. And that's what he's going to start doing. Alright, I need something powerful off the top. That's castable. That works. Pass the turn. That means the tally's coming next turn. Harvester. So now he has to start committing more to the board. Elharg. Pass the turn. Okay, discards claim. The reason why I went for this one is because I want to be able to keep doing this multiple times, get multiple ETB triggers. It's got to be sweet. Takes my guy. Ouch. Hits me for 9. Yeah, hits me. He has nothing in hand, clearly, because he would have used it. Sacks my Elharg, which is still okay. There's a chance that a tally might make me recast it. I guess I don't get the choice. That's fine. Pathway on red. Tally. Turn a Witness. Valakut Awakening. Put Emrakul back. Draw some cards. Pass the turn. Now we have 2 blockers, so Hive doesn't get through. If he has another Expertise, though, that would hurt. Eats my dude. Alright, turns on the Hive. Smacks me. Down to 1. I can't block. Alright, so we are not dead, but we're not in a great spot. Pass the turn. Leave up a Spite. And 2 blockers. Oh my god, a cat? I guess shoot the Witness. 0-1. That was a very tight one. Came down to the drawing board, but slightly missed the mark on that last 2 games. So let's get into the next. Vantage. Go. Bodyguard. So this is like mono white maybe. Put that on white. Let's just play Skrelv. Pass the turn. Probably don't have anything I really want to spite this turn. Play the Plains. Luminarch Aspirant. Goes to combat. Yeah. Puts the counter on the Bodyguard. Hits me for 3. Take it. Down to 17. Play Mountain. Volcanic. Put a pathway to the bottom. Hit ya. Pass the turn. Adeline. Goes to combat. Hits me for 4. Down to 13. This is a tricky situation. There's not really a profitable way of doing with a Gonshu because I don't have another land. But I think I have to play a Gonshu as a land. Which means my next, I guess, best step is Bone Crusher Giant. And then just pass the turn. Protect the Giant from removal. So I can trade with Adeline. If I draw any untapped land, I should be able to Hazoret. I guess now I can't trade. That's not good. Attacks with everything. Grow, makes another door. Grows the Thalia. Lieutenant. This is super annoying. Brave the Elements. Okay. Yeah, you got it. He's playing, at least he's playing the good version of humans with Brave the Elements. So we bring in Deafening Clarion. We bring in Volleys. Chain to the Rocks is reasonable for removal. Bone Crusher is kind of mid. Maybe not as mid on the draw, but I don't think I ever have to worry about removal, so cut a Skrelv. Shatter, Skull Smashing, tap, go. I hope you draw a payoff. This hand can do it. Plains. What 1-drop you got, opponent? Initiate. Okay. Draw a land. Play Vessel. Go. Passing. Plays a Ganju. Plays a Thalia. Chain to the Rocks. That's not terrible. So, is there a world where I want to chain this turn? Probably not. Just leave up Volley for Adeline so he doesn't get a token. Bodyguard. Which is not bad, right? Because Chain of the Rocks could easily hit this still. Hopeful Initiate. Goes to combat. Attacks with both. I don't think there's a world, right, where I want to kill this Initiate. Sure. Take 2. Emrakul. Forge. My concern is 1, 2. So I have 6 mana. I can't really Emrakul. This is going to attack out. This is going to grow to 6 points of damage. I hate that I can't really save that for Adeline, but I think I'm falling behind. There's the land. A second Thalia. Recruitment Officer. Hits me for 4. Take it. Another Chain to the Rocks. Play Chain to the Rocks. Eat the Initiate. Pass the turn. There's the dang Adeline. So we're going to take 7. Down to 7. We're just not drawing anything. I don't even think Elhart could do it at this point. Yeah, we just draw a land and die. Okay. 0-2. Let's get into the next. Watery Grave. Untapped. Thoughtseize. Alright. Takes my Emrakul. Okay, that's a little weird, but sure. Play Skrelv. Cliffs. Harvester. So we're playing against Grixis mid-range. Play Mountain. Stomp the Harvester. Go. Hit ya. Plays a Marsh. A second Harvester. Pushes. Play a Mountain. Play Bone Crusher. Go. Probably gonna just trade right here. Yeah. Loots. No. Plays a tap Cliffs. Passes. Then a white. Servant. Go. Pushes. Loots. Pitching Events. Servant resolves. We got another removal spell. Shieldred. Tapland. So that means we do get sack, play Hazoret. Go to combat. Smack base. Take a tally. trades, cast a tally, get a Fable, get Emrakul. Got it. Against Grixis mid-range. Honestly, am I worried about anything? Maybe a single Pithing Needle? Down or Bone Crusher? I don't like that. The one downside about this deck, I guess, in this matchup is a turn 1 Thoughtseize can hurt this deck quite a lot just because of the fact that we do mull quite frequently. So that is a little bit of a concern, but we'll play Skrelv, pass the turn. Plays a Cliffs, Harvester, Ilharg, play a tap land, pass the turn, no attacks, hits me for 3, down to 17, passing, play a tap land, hit you with Skrelv, plays a pathway, stacks the Harvester, Shelly, Nicol Bolas. Alright, so that resolves. We pitch Spite, untap, we untap, draw another Spite, which is really awkward. So, Chain to Rocks, eat then Bolus, pass the turn, plays a tap land, passing, we play Sacred Foundry, untapped, play Ilharg, pass the turn. Gonna kill it? Sure. But he goes back into the deck. Blood Crypt, untapped. Scarab God, passing. We pass the turn. Because I don't think there's a world where I need this Forge. Eats my Skrelv. Watery Grave, tapped. Goes to combat. Hits me for 5. So I'm just going to fire this off just to dig. Chain to the Rocks. Chain to the Rocks. Eat Scarab God. Pass the turn. Goes to combat. Hits me with a Skrelv. We're at 5. Stomps my face. You got a Bone Crusher, which means he beats me. Yeah, he gets to do 1 more damage than alright, 1 blocker gets through. Alright, yeah, got it. Maybe Chandra over Bone Crusher? I don't like that. Vantage, Skrelv, go. Blood Crypt, Thoughtseize, takes my Vessel, play a land. Generator Servant, pass the turn. Watery Grave, Thoughtseizes me. Alright, takes the Ilharg. Yeah, this is one downside. This is really the only way this deck could lose to any mid-range pile is you have to mull because your hands are kind of meh otherwise. So leaves you in a position like this where you just have to mull to 3 or 5 cards, and Rakdos could pull the only good card in the matchup, which is Thoughtseize. Pass the turn. Stomps. Nothing I can really do. I can protect this for the turn, but that just defeats the whole point. Alright, land off the top. Chain to the Rocks. That's a dead card. Smack your face. Another Fabled Mirror Breaker. Hits my face. Down to 16. Blood Crypt tapped. Emrakul. For the love of gosh, can I draw a land? A land, and I think this hand just wins. Actually, it does right now. So, if I ever top deck a land, untapped, actually all my lands come into play untapped because I got 2. Goes to combat, attacks with everything, makes a bunch of treasure. Harvester, Bone Crusher. Okay, play that untapped. Ilharg, go to combat, hit ya, put Emmy into play. Alright, cracks his blood token. Yeah, how do you beat that? As soon as we top decked that land, that was all it took. Yeah, got it. 1 and 2. Let's get into the wrap up. So what did we learn this week about this deck? And I think it's maybe one more card printing away from being a good deck with having only Servant and Vessel. Like the ramp package just isn't consistent enough. And there's too many times where I just didn't find enough lands. So I had to mull the first few hands. And I just couldn't recover, especially against Thoughtseize. We did manage to beat that matchup. It was quite powerful. And matchup where I thought would have been an easy breeze, the mono white matchup, because we do have Clarions. They don't really have that much interaction. So a Hazoret hitting the board turn 3 is actually quite powerful there. But we just never were able to assemble the pieces to get that one to go. So if you have any considerations at all, let me know down in the comments. Chain to the Rocks is kind of mid, I think, so far in this deck. I mean, we have 9 mountains, but it was often that we just couldn't cast it. We just didn't have a mountain. So I'm thinking it's kind of mid at this point. So I'm thinking maybe this should be cut. Other than that, I think the deck actually functioned. Like Ilharg and Hazoret want similar strategies already. Like they kind of work hand to hand together. The only downside about Emrakul is great off of Hazoret, but it's kind of mid off of Ilharg, but it is a flying trampler for 13 damage, which can close the game out like you just seen. But I wonder if there's something we need to change in the creature package. Maybe Bone Crusher doesn't belong. Maybe we need like a Bone Crusher and a Spite for a little bit more ramp. Maybe that's what this deck needs. But like I said, if you have any considerations, let me know down in the comments. If you guys like this kind of video, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe, and hit that bell notification so you'll be alerted about future videos. And until next time, hopefully you guys have a great rest of your day. Talk to you soon.